Imagine checking your credit score, and you expect good news. You pay every bill on time, every single month. You have never missed a payment. You are responsible. You are doing everything right. But then, you see it. Your score has dropped. It fell by 20 points. You scroll through your credit report, looking for a mistake. You search for a late payment you might have missed. You look for a collection account opened in error. But there is nothing. Everything looks perfect. The confusing drop in your score is not a mistake, and not an error from the credit bureaus. The problem is a hidden detail most people never learn about. It's a number your bank reports every month. This number is called your credit utilization ratio. It is one of the most important factors in your credit score, right behind payment history. This single number can cause your score to swing up or down by 20 points, 30 points, even 50 points. Today, I will show you the secret, the statement date versus the due date, and how to fix it. Let's break down the term credit utilization. It sounds complicated, but it is very simple. Credit utilization is just a percentage. It shows how much of your available credit you are currently using. Think of your credit limit as a full tank of gas. The amount you have spent is the amount of gas you have used. Lenders want to see that you are driving your car, but they also want to see that you still have plenty of gas left in the tank. A full tank means you are prepared. An almost empty tank signals that you might be in trouble. Your credit score works the same way. The math is easy. You can calculate it yourself right now. All you need are two numbers, your current credit card balance and your total credit limit. The formula looks like this. Your balance divided by your credit limit times 100 equals your credit utilization. Suppose you have one credit card with a total credit limit of $1,000. This month, you spent $300 on groceries, gas, and other bills. To find your utilization, you divide your balance by your limit. 300 divided by 1,000 equals 0.3. Multiply 0.3 by 100. Your credit utilization is 30%. Now, let's look at another example to see how much this number can change. Same card, same $1,000 limit. This month you only used it for a small purchase. Your balance is just $50. 50 divided by 1,000 equals 0.05. Multiply 0.05 by 100. Your utilization is now 5%. 5% looks much better to credit scoring models than 30%. A lower percentage is always better. This calculation happens for each of your credit cards individually and also for all of your cards combined. Credit scoring models like FICO and VantageScore check the utilization on each card and your overall utilization across all accounts. A high balance on just one card can hurt your score, even if your other cards have zero balances. Keep this number low across the board. It is the second biggest piece of your credit score pie. You have probably heard this rule before. Financial experts, bloggers, even your bank might have told you, keep your credit utilization below 30%. This is the most common piece of advice given about this topic. And to be clear, it is not bad advice. Following the 30% rule is much better than ignoring your utilization completely. If your utilization is currently at 50%, 70% or higher, getting it down below 30% will absolutely help your credit score. It will show lenders that you are managing your debt more effectively. It is a good starting point for building or repairing your credit. It is a safe zone that protects you from major score damage. However, safe is not the same as excellent. The 30% rule is good advice, but not the best. If you want the top tier, an excellent score of 800 or higher, 30% is not low enough. People with the highest scores don't keep utilization at 29%. They keep it much, much lower. To unlock your highest possible score, be more aggressive. Aim for a utilization ratio under 10%. Why under 10%? Because it sends a powerful signal to lenders. Under 10% tells credit bureaus you're in control of your finances. It shows you use credit for convenience, not to get by. You become an extremely low-risk borrower. Scoring models like FICO will reward you with more points. Dropping from 30 to 10% can give your score a significant boost, helping you qualify for the best interest rates on mortgages, car loans, and new credit cards. For those aiming for the peak, get even lower. The sweet spot is under 5% on most cards. This level of optimization shows you're a master of your credit. 30% is like a C on a test. It passes but won't get you on the honor roll. 10% is like a B+. Under 5% is like an A+. It puts you at the top of the class. This detail separates good credit from truly elite credit. This is the section where everything will finally click. This is the aha moment that explains that mysterious 20-point score drop. The reason your score fell, even though you paid your bill on time, is because of a hidden timing trap. It is the critical difference between your statement date and your due date. Almost everyone knows their due date. It is the deadline printed in bold on your bill. It is the last day you can pay without being charged a late fee or interest. We are all trained to focus on this date. But when it comes to your credit score, there is another, more important date you need to know. Your statement closing date. Your statement date is the day your bank ends your monthly billing cycle. On this date, the bank takes a snapshot of your account. They record your balance, list your transactions, and prepare the bill they will send to you. That snapshot balance is the exact number that most banks report to the 3 major credit bureaus: Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. The bureaus do not know that you plan to pay the bill off in 2 weeks. All they see is the balance that was reported on your statement date. If that balance is high, your utilization will be high and your score will drop. Let's say your statement closing date is the 15th of every month. Your payment due date is the 5th of the next month. You use your credit card for all your purchases. From January 16th through February 15th, your balance grows to $900 on a card with a $1,000 limit. On February 15th, your statement closes. The bank takes a snapshot of that $900 balance and reports it. That is a 90% utilization. A few weeks later, on March 2nd, you pay the full $900 balance. You paid on time, 3 days before the due date. But it is too late. The damage to your score is already done for that month. You did the right thing by paying your bill in full and on time. But because you paid it after the statement date, the credit bureaus were told that you were using 90% of your available credit. To the scoring algorithm, you look like a high-risk borrower who is maxing out their credit card. Your score takes a hit. The next month, after your payment is processed and a new, lower balance is reported, your score will likely go back up. But you are stuck on this roller coaster, with your score dipping and rising every month. This is why you must know your statement date. It is the reporting day that truly matters. Now that you understand the hidden trap of the statement date, let's talk about the easiest and most effective way to beat it. You do not need a complicated spreadsheet or a degree in finance. All you need is one simple strategy. It is called making a mid-cycle payment. This means you make a payment on your credit card before your statement closing date. By paying down your balance early, you lower the number your bank reports to the credit bureaus. This single action can immediately stop score drops and start boosting your score in as little as 30 days. Rule of thumb: make a payment at least 3 days before your statement closes. That gives the payment time to post before the bank takes its snapshot. First, you need to find your statement closing date. Check your paper or PDF statement. It's usually printed at the top. Or log into your online banking portal or app. Set a reminder 3 to 5 days before that date. This becomes your personal payment day. Let's go back to our calendar example. Statement date: the 15th. Balance on the 12th. $900. Instead of waiting, log in on the 12th and pay $850. Your payment posts on the 13th. Now, your balance is only $50. On the 15th, the bank takes its snapshot. They see $50 on your $1,000 limit card and report that $50 balance to the credit bureaus. Utilization equals 5% instead of 90%. Your score is protected and you might even see it go up. This strategy is powerful because it's easy to implement. You can still use your card for rewards. You can still pay in full to avoid interest. You're only changing the timing of a payment. Pay most of it a little earlier to control the reported number. Still pay the full statement balance by the due date to avoid interest, but this extra early payment is your secret weapon. the most direct, low-effort way to control utilization and stop the score roller coaster for good. If the mid-cycle payment is your simple and effective daily driver, think of this next strategy as the high-performance tune-up. It is for people who want to squeeze every possible point out of their credit score. This method is called AZEO, all zero except one. The goal is to have all of your credit card accounts report a zero balance to the credit bureaus, except for one single card with a very small balance. Leave a tiny balance on that one card, typically between $5 and $20, preferably under 5% utilization on that card. Example, on a $5,000 limit, $15 is just 0.3%. Navigating the world of personal finance can often feel overwhelming. So many rules, so many numbers, so much conflicting advice. Here at CardVantage, we believe that financial knowledge is a right, not a privilege. Our mission is to cut through the noise and deliver clear, actionable information you can use. Here at CardVantage, we upload new financial strategies every Thursday. First, your score drops because of high utilization, which is reported on your statement date, not your due date. This is the hidden trap. Second, the 30% rule is only for good credit. For excellent 800+ credit scores, you must aim lower, under 10% and under 5% for the absolute best results. Third, use a simple strategy to control your reported balance. Make a mid-cycle payment 3 to 5 days before your statement closing date. For maximum points, use AZEO, all zero except one. Find your statement closing dates for all of your credit cards. Log in right now, put them in your calendar, and set reminders. This one small action will be the foundation for your new strategy. Begin making early mid-cycle payments and watch as your score stabilizes and begins to climb. If you are ready to stop guessing and start mastering your money, your next step is clear. Subscribe to our channel. Join our community. Every week, we deliver clear, powerful strategies to help you build wealth and achieve financial freedom. Do not miss essential tips that could save you thousands of dollars or add dozens of points to your credit score. This content is for informational and educational purposes only. It is not intended to be a substitute for professional financial, legal, or tax advice. The content provided is general in nature and may not be applicable to your individual circumstances. You should consult with a qualified professional before making any financial decisions.